season. Very close contest, went back and forth all evening in Wilson Fieldhouse. Ottawa's played very well at home this season and taken some games down to the wire, as we saw on Wednesday night against Kansas Wesleyan. But in that first matchup, St. Mary's got the victory by the score of 68-63. No lead was greater than 6 for both teams in that matchup. Ottawa was led in scoring by Jenna Kramer, who finished with 20 points, which is a season high up to this point, and Leslie Spear, who had 12. For St. Mary's, their 3 leading scorers in that game were Kiara Tate, who finished with 15, Ashley Hinkle, who finished with 17, and then Candy Delos Reyes, who finished with 16. And after that, there was no other player that had more than 4 points, so it's going to be very key for Ottawa to shut those 3 players down, especially Candy Delos Reyes, who comes into the night averaging 17 points to go along with 4 rebounds. Hinkle is averaging 12 points and 3 rebounds a game. Kiara Tate is known mostly for her ability to distribute the basketball as a point guard, but can, when she's given the opportunity, knock down an open shot or get to the basket. We're going to go ahead and take our first break of the Wise Guys Construction pregame show. You've been listening to Ottawa University Lady Braves basketball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Scott Schultz of Comfort Care Homes on the renovation of their facility in Ottawa, completed by Wise Guys Construction.
Bill and Jason managed the project. They basically handled all the external communication with all the different parties, and it was a very smooth process. I was extremely satisfied. We've received nothing but compliments on the home and just really glad to have them involved. I think Wise Guys is one of the leading construction firms in Ottawa. Be
wise. Call Wise Guys Construction, 785-229-5651.
The game doesn't stop.
Neither should you.
Wherever you go, the game goes too, using the FM chip in your smartphone and the Next Radio app.
The Next Radio app brings real FM radio to your phone. Take control of your listening. Interact with stations in a brand new way. Share on social, enter contests, and favorite what's playing.
Enhance your radio listening experience and keep going. Your favorite team, host, and commentator go with you. And Next Radio's live guide shows you what's playing on all your favorite stations.
Like the one you're listening to right now. The best thing is, it's all totally free. No subscriptions, no fees.
And now, take your favorite local station anywhere in the U.S. with Next Radio's streaming capability.
Get off the sidelines and download the Next Radio app today, free.
Next Radio, live and local, wherever you go.
We're back here at the University of St. Mary in the Ryan Sports Center as we are about 9 minutes away from opening tip between your Ottawa University Lady Braves and the Lady Spires from the University of St. Mary's. Want to run through the other matchups this evening as Oklahoma Wesleyan and York tipped off at noon. Still trying to get a score for you as that one did start at noon as I'm scrolling through here to see what that score is. We'll have that final score, it looks like, as Oklahoma Wesleyan gets the victory 71-48. Ottawa will see York on Wednesday night of next week. Ottawa and St. Mary's, of course, starts at 2 o'clock. At 3 p.m., it'll be Southwestern at Sterling. 5 p.m., it'll be Kansas Wesleyan at Bethany. Also at 5, Bethel at Friends. Tabor at McPherson. And so other matchups, definitely one to keep an eye on for sure for the Lady Braves. Other teams ahead of them in the conference, of course, is Kansas Wesleyan along with Bethany. So those are, depending on how that outcome goes, if Ottawa can get a victory this evening, they can claw their way and move closer to that final 8 spot. They currently sit in a tie for 9th, have to be in the top 8 to make it to the KCAC tournament. And a victory tonight would go a long way to putting a little bit more pressure on St. Mary's as they currently have a 3-game lead in the KCAC standings for that 8th and final important spot. Lady Braves are led in scoring this season by Jessica King. She's averaging 12 points to go along with 8 rebounds, 1 assist, and half a block. Kaylin Hughes leads the Lady Braves in steals at 1.1 per game. As a team, OU is ranked 18th in the NAI in total defensive rebounds with 33.7, 33rd in scoring defense per game at 62.5, 49th in total rebounding margin at 2.5, and 50th in free throw percentage at 70%. The Ottawa defense only allowing 62.5 points per game and holding opponents to currently 39% from the field in KCAC play, which is even better as opponents are only averaging 59.5 points per game while shooting 38%. The home team tonight, the University of St. Mary's, is 9-10, 6-7 in KCAC play. Lady Spires snapped their 2-game losing streak with a 67-63 victory over Sterling College a Sterling College team that was on a 4-game winning streak and really took it to Ottawa a week ago as the only home game this season. Ottawa's kind of been run out of the building as they fell to Sterling in that one 64-51, and Sterling and Ottawa were tied going into the fourth quarter before Sterling had a barrage of three-pointers to finish off Ottawa. So an impressive victory for St. Mary's on Wednesday night to beat a streaking Sterling College team. Also have to remember that is the longest trip for any team in the KCAC when St. Mary's has to go to Sterling or when Sterling has to come to St. Mary's. That is over 4.5 hours. So you know that the home team has quite an advantage when those two schools match up. But St. Mary's gets a nice victory over Sterling, 67-63. St. Mary's led in scoring and steals by Candy De Los Reyes, averaging 17 points to go along with 2.3 steals. Sienna Brown is the team leader in rebounds with 5 and blocks with 1. Ashley Hinkle leads St. Mary's in assists with 3.6. As a team, the Lady Spires are ranked 21st in the NAI in free throw percentage at 75%, 24th in three-point field goal percentage at 35%. They're 33rd in turnover margin at 2.4, 36th in three-point field goals made at 7.4, and 42nd in total three-point field goals made with 141. Candy De Los Reyes is ranked 12th in the NAI in free throw percentage at 85%. We're going to go ahead and take our second break of the Wise Guys Construction pregame show. You've been listening to Ottawa University Lady Braves basketball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
When Ottawa Family Physicians chose to construct their new Ottawa Care Clinic inside Costantino's Price Chopper, they turned to Wise Guys Construction. Dr. John Gollier.
We knew they were reliable. Their reputation's excellent. I've known Jason and Bill for a long time, and I trusted them to do a good job. They've worked with our staff and kept our hassles to a minimum. No, I would have absolutely no hesitation recommending Wise Guys Construction.
For commercial or residential construction, be wise. Call Wise Guys Construction, 785-229-5651.
Radio moves. Radio breathes. Radio never sleeps. And Next Radio keeps up. It goes where you go, so you never miss a beat. It's live, it's local, it's a connection. A shared experience, just you and your radio. And a couple million people, give or take. Next Radio keeps up. You thought that phone couldn't get any smarter? Well, it got simpler. It got leaner. It's got your back. And it'll keep you moving, winning, in the know. And it'll get you where you want to go. All in the palm of your hand. Next Radio, live and local, wherever you go.
Listen to your favorite FM stations with the free Next Radio app. Live and local, wherever you go. Download the free Next Radio app today.
Welcome back to the Ryan Sports Center on the campus of the University of St. Mary's, as we're about 5 minutes away from the start of our ladies matchup and our doubleheader this afternoon, as we will have the men's contest that will take place at 4 p.m. I want to let everyone listening know that this game will take place on 1220, 103.7, and KOFO.com. The men's contest will be moved to KOFO.com at 4 p.m. as the Ottawa High School Cyclones will be in action. Men's team will be in action this afternoon, so don't forget to switch your radio dial and go to internet for that men's contest at 4 p.m. Keys to this one for Ottawa University, very similar to what we said all season. Get on the boards, starting with getting the ball inside as well. But on the board, St. Mary's has really struggled this season. They're -8 rebounding differential this season, aren't known for getting on the boards. They want to get out and run. They want to take shots, but they don't want to crash the boards. That's where Ottawa was able to take advantage of St. Mary's early in that contest earlier this season. So want to continue. Ottawa is +3 on the boards this season, and a lot of that comes from Jessica King, Leslie Spear, Jenna Kramer, and then the freshman coming off the bench, Jaden Offit, who had a really good game on Wednesday night, as she was able to put in 5 points off the bench and played some big minutes as the guards were in foul trouble. Secondly, Ottawa has to prevent turnovers. That's really been a problem for them this season. They're averaging 18 a game, and really teams have been able to take advantage of that as they have really struggled in turning the ball over and then turning into points. When teams are getting turnovers, Ottawa hangs their head. They don't get back on defense, and it turns into easy points. And for a team that only gives up 59.5 points in KCAC play, those points are so important for a team that hasn't been able to score at will, as some teams in the KCAC will do. So each possession is so key for this team. And then secondly, don't get rattled by early made three-pointers by St. Mary's. You know they can shoot the basketball. They come in averaging 7 made threes a game and shooting over 37% from behind the arc, which puts them in the top 3 in the KCAC coming into this one. Ottawa has to continue to work the ball inside, forcing St. Mary's to crash on Jessica King and Leslie Spear. And then when you've had opportunities to get open looks, players like Kelsey Hendricks, Caitlin Hughes, Jenna Kramer have to knock down those three-pointers and force St. Mary's to come out of, you would assume it's going to be a 2-3 zone or a 3-2 zone again, like what we saw over the last 2 matchups between Sterling and then the loss against Kansas Wesleyan, where they were really forcing Ottawa to make shots from outside. I know that's been an area of emphasis for head coach Bruce Tate, of continuing to work on knocking down shots from the outside. And when Ottawa's been able to do that, they've been very dangerous, because when Jessica King is one-on-one with a defender, there's not many defenders in this conference that can stay with her and defend her one-on-one, but you have to make teams honest and knock down those open jumpers. Lastly, you're on the road. You're playing a rival, as it's just a short drive up K10, and Ottawa coming in, 7-3 in their last 10 against St. Mary's, 2-3 in their last 5, and St. Mary's is a different team when they play at home and they are on the road. So you know you're going to get your best from St. Mary's. You know they're going to make a run at some point. Can you handle that run and weather the storm? And if Ottawa can do that, I expect another close one and hopefully a victory for the Ottawa University Lady Braves team this afternoon. We're going to go ahead and wrap up the Wise Guys Construction pregame show. We do have the national anthem coming up, so it'll be a lengthy break. You've been listening to Ottawa University Lady Braves basketball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KLFO.
Thank you for listening to the Wise Guys Construction Braves basketball pregame show. Tip-off is next.
Anyone can call themselves a construction company, slap a sign on the side of their truck, and drive around town looking for work. Is that who you want to hire? No. You're smarter than that. Wise Guys Construction at 108 North Main in Ottawa has been in business for 13 years, building new residential homes, adding additions, and finishing basements, solving commercial structure needs for businesses, and repairing damage left behind from fire or water. When it comes to who you hire for residential and commercial construction needs, be wise. Call Wise Guys Construction at 785-229-5651.
The game doesn't stop.
Neither should you.
Wherever you go, the game goes too, using the FM chip in your smartphone and the Next Radio app.
The Next Radio app brings real FM radio to your phone. Take control of your listening. Interact with stations in a brand new way. Share on social, enter contests, and favorite what's playing.
Enhance your radio listening experience and keep going. Your favorite team, host, and commentator go with you. And Next Radio's live guide shows you what's playing on all your favorite stations.
Like the one you're listening to right now. The best thing is, it's all totally free. No subscriptions, no fees.
And now, take your favorite local station anywhere in the U.S. with Next Radio's streaming capability.
Get off the sidelines and download the Next Radio app today, free.
Next Radio, live and local, wherever you go.
KOFO is giving you a way to promote your business with hundreds of your potential customers at one time, face-to-face, at the 2018 KOFO DIY Supply Home and Garden Expo, Saturday, March 3rd and Sunday, March 4th at the ORC Goppert Building in Ottawa. Booth space is available now, but limited. Reserve yours by emailing sales@kofo.com or call 242-1220. Don't miss out. Be a part of the KOFO DIY Supply Home and Garden Expo at the ORC Goppert Building, Saturday, March 3rd and Sunday, March 4th.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
KOFO, your sports source for East Central Kansas, welcomes you to this broadcast of Ottawa University Braves basketball. Brought to you by Adamson Brothers, CarStar, Wise Guys Construction, Modern Woodman agent Dale Pearson, and by Dr. Hale Family Dentistry, Dingle & Son Mortuary, Dials Construction, also by State Farm agent Ryan Dispro, Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, Sutton's Jewelry, Advantage Electric. This OU Braves basketball broadcast is also being brought to you by Ransom Memorial Hospital, the Ottawa Recreation Commission, Kramer Pharmacy, Cosentino's Price Chopper, Messenger's Home Furnishing, Kansas State Bank, Ottawa University, and Bob Allen Ford. Now let's rejoin KOFO's Casey Weeder, courtside for OU Braves basketball.
And we're back here at the Ryan Sports Center for tonight's KCHC matchup between your Ottawa University Lady Braves and the University of St. Mary's Lady Spires. We'll give you the starting lineups for Ottawa. Jenna Kramer, the 5'10 sophomore from Winchester, Kansas. Number 11, Kelsey Hendricks, the 5'9 sophomore guard from Emporia, Kansas. At guard, number 20, Caitlin Hughes, the 5'4 sophomore from Merriam, Kansas. At forward, number 22, Leslie Spear, the 5'11 senior from Dayton, Kansas. Transfer from Seward Community College. And at center, number 24, Jessica King, the 6' senior from Golden, Colorado. For St. Mary's, starting at guard, it'll be number 1, Kiara Tate, the 5'8 senior forward from Murrieta, California, transfer from Kilgore Junior College. At guard, number 10, Tiana White, the 5'8 junior guard from Omaha, Nebraska, transfer from Seward Community College. At forward, number 22, Ashley Hinkle, a 5'7 senior from St. Joseph's, Missouri. At guard, number 23, Candy De Los Reyes, a 5'8 senior from San Jose, California, transfer from Olone Junior College. And at forward, number 34, Deanna Brown, the 6' junior forward from Burbank, California, transfer from Ventura Junior College. Ottawa and St. Mary's matching up for the second time this season, as St. Mary's got the victory 66-63 at Wilson Fieldhouse. That one back on November 18th. Ottawa looking for redemption this evening over St. Mary's. Ottawa looking for their first victory as here in the last. They're currently on a 3-game losing streak, but all 3 of those games come against top opponents in the KCAC. So Ottawa looking to bounce back this evening. Ottawa going with the black jerseys, black shorts, with Ottawa across the front. Numbers outlined in white, Ottawa outlined in white. St. Mary's going with the white jerseys, white shorts, blue flashes down the side of the shorts with the St. Mary logo on the side, and St. Mary written across the chest as we're ready to jump it up here from from the Ryan Sports Center on the campus of the University of St. Mary's. It'll be Jessica King to jump it up against Sienna Brown as we are set. Tip is won by King, and she'll knock it into the backcourt, and Kelsey Hendricks will start with it for Ottawa. She's going to go right wing to Caitlin Hughes. Gets a screen from King, work towards the top of the key, dribbles off the foot of her defender. Referees don't call a kick ball, though, and Ottawa hangs on to it. Jenna Kramer has it, left wing, screen from Spear, driving to the free throw line, kicks it in the corner to Hendricks. Right wing to Hughes. She gets in the lane, runner, rattles around the rim, falls off, and De Los Reyes goes the other way. Reyes will leave it for Hinkle. Dribbles to the top of the key. Right wing pass will go to Tiani White. White with the screen, trying to go down low to Tate. Almost loses it out of bounds, and it's stolen away by Kramer. Kramer to Hendricks. No score, 9:18 to play in our first quarter. Pass is stolen on the other end here by De Los Reyes as she will drive on Spear. Still driving on Spear, goes all the way to the rim and will lay it up with the right hand. And Candy De Los Reyes finished with 16 points against Ottawa earlier this season, and on the season is averaging 17 points a game. Not a player you want to get going early if you're Ottawa. Backdoor cut by Hendricks. Nice feed by Caitlin Hughes, but Hendricks can't finish from point-blank range. Tiani White will have it. White will hold as she gets a screen from Tate. Another backdoor screen this time. Tries to go baseline, but Kramer cuts her off. Pass now stolen by Jess King. 2-on-1 for Ottawa. King gets in the lane, hands it off to Hughes, and she'll finish with the right-hand layup, and we're knotted up at 2 with 8:26 remaining in the first quarter. And Hinkle will slow it up for St. Mary's. Guarded by Hendricks. Ottawa in the man-to-man here in the first quarter. She'll go to De Los Reyes on the right wing. Back up top, it'll go to Hinkle. High pass. Hinkle has to track it down near the midcourt line. 10 on the shot clock for St. Mary's. De Los Reyes in the lane, and a foul called as Kramer tried to cut her off as De Los Reyes had gone right past Caitlin Hughes. They're going to say the shot was on the floor, or there was no shot, so St. Mary's will inbound. If there was no shot there, De Los Reyes just went crashing to the floor. White will inbound. Will go all the way up top to Hinkle. Back down low will go to Brown. Brown's jumper from 6 feet, and she hits. And now St. Mary's going to put some pressure here on Ottawa with a 2-point lead. On that last break, Janae Brown checked in for St. Mary's, the junior guard from McPherson, Kansas. Transfer from Lafayette. Hughes taking it all the way to the lane. She goes to the floor. Offensive board by Kramer, and she's fouled down low. That one's going to go on Sienna Brown. So Kramer to the line for Ottawa. Kramer, a 73% foul shooter. First free throw, no good for Kramer. And they will stop play as Jessica King tying her shoe here. And now they will let Kramer shoot her second. Kramer had a career-high 20 points against St. Mary's earlier this season. Knocks down the second free throw, and Ottawa cuts the St. Mary lead to 4-3. 7:38 remaining in the first quarter. Ottawa going with a little 1-1-3 midcourt trap, trying to force St. Mary's into a turnover. St. Mary's, though, breaks it with 2 passes, and Hinkle will have it for St. Mary's. She goes left side to Barnes. Barnes trying to drive. Ottawa now dropping into a 2-3 zone. Hinkle left wide open on the right wing. And she makes Ottawa pay by knocking down the first three-pointer of the night. St. Mary's now with their biggest lead of the night at 7-3. 7:10 remaining in the first. Hendricks on the right wing. Up top to Kramer. Kramer with the screen from Spear, takes the jumper from the short corner off the front rim. Offensive board for Leslie Spear. She falls to the floor, loses her dribble, and a jump ball called, which will send the ball back to St. Mary's. But the importance of getting on the glass for Ottawa, knowing that St. Mary's shoots well from the field, Ottawa's going to need some second and third chance opportunities to hang in this one. Ottawa back to the man-to-man. Hinkle will go to Brown at the right elbow. She'll face up at the free throw line, take that jumper, hits the front of the rim, ball batted around, and somehow Sienna Brown will lose it out of bounds, and they're going to say it didn't touch anyone, so that'll be the first turnover of the night on St. Mary. Jennifer Anthony will come into the game for Ottawa, the 5'5 freshman from Pea Ridge, Arkansas. Anthony, one of the freshmen on this team that has gotten major minutes really since the midway point of the non-conference schedule. Played a lot of minutes in conference play, and she'll throw it away as she was looking for Jenna Kramer here on the right wing. And that is the third turnover already for Ottawa. They trail 7-3, 6:29 remaining in our first quarter. Hinkle going to walk it up the floor. She's going to cross the center line. She'll go to Tate at the left elbow. Now leave it for Barnes, and she'll just dribble back to the left lane. Goes behind the back, looks to get in the lane, and she's going to be called for a travel. Turnover number 3 on St. Mary. Kiera Tate will come into the game now, as Tiani White will take a seat for St. Mary. Anthony dribbling quickly into the front court, but it's cut off by Hinkle. She's looking for the left wing, trying to hand it to Caitlin Hughes, almost goes out of bounds. Hughes, though, gets to the baseline, kicks it to King at the free throw line. Kramer wide open in the corner. King gets all the way to the lane, but can't finish. Offensive board for Leslie Spear. Ottawa gets a fresh shot clock. Pass will go into the baseline to King. She spins on Brown, and Brown's going to be called for another foul. Talk about how dangerous Jessica King is when she's on the block. Use a series of head fakes and jabs to get Brown into the air. And they're saying the first foul did not go on Brown, so that's only her first. Big break for St. Mary. They don't have a whole lot of size down low. First free throw for King is good. Jessica King, the leading scorer, averaging 12 points and 8 rebounds a game. Shoots 61% from the foul line. Delos Reyes will come out of the game as Tiani White will check back in. Second free throw halfway down and pops out. Brown with the rebound. Brown trying to find Wright, who is wide open down this right wing, and led her too far. Turnover number 4 for the Lady Spires. Our score 7-4 St. Mary. 5:42 remaining in our first quarter. Anthony will inbound as St. Mary's putting pressure on. Ottawa finally able to inbound it, though, right before the 5-second call. And Hinkle, the senior, putting a lot of pressure here on Jennifer Anthony, and she's going to turn it over again. They're just denying every player on the floor, as that's the second time Anthony has tried to get the ball to Jenna Kramer. Just miscommunication as Kramer had already cut to the basket. So Anthony will come out of the game, and Hendricks will come right back in. Hinkle, right elbow to Barnes. Thought about the shot. Now she'll dribble back to the right wing. They'll swing it across the top of the key. Backdoor pass to Brown, and they're going to say a travel first. As that one will go on Ashley Ronkles. Make that Kelsey Switzer, the senior who just checked in from Murphy's, California. Right wing pass goes to Hughes. In the corner to Kramer, trying to get King down low to post up. Now they will throw it to her in the left post. She'll face up. Again, goes baseline. Up and under layups. No good. A little strong. Brown with the board. Hinkle driving. No one cutting her off. Goes to Tate on the left wing. Tate gets to the free throw line. Jumper's on the way. No good. Good box out by Spear as she rips down the board for Ottawa. Hendricks going to clear out Caitlin Hughes on this right wing as, again, Ottawa trying to overload the right side of the floor. Spear from straight away will leave it for Hendricks. Back up top, it'll go to King. Spear posting up down low, but unable to get it. King attacks again, but her layup again, no good. A little bit of contact. No call, though. St. Mary's has a 3-on-3. Right wing pass to Tate. Up top, it'll go to Barnes. They'll swing it left side as that'll go to Switzer. Three-pointer on the way from the corner is no good. As Hinkle with the air ball. Don't see that very often from Ashley Hinkle. She shoots over 45% from behind the arc. Spear comes out of the game as Offit will come in for the first time. Jaden Offit, the 5'10 freshman from Lebanon, Missouri. Sierra Brown will come out as Tiani White will come back in. St. Mary's usually doesn't go too deep into their bench, plays about an 8 to 9 man rotation. Offit on the right wing going baseline, and a foul call off St. Mary. As Offit looked to catch her defender off balance, did a good job of using the body to force the foul. Davis Reyes back into the game as Switzer will take a seat. Hendricks to inbound. Really struggling to get it in. Throws it all the way up top to Offit on the right wing. Offit guarded by Davis Reyes. Will pass it to Hendricks. Now right wing back to Offit. She'll face up, goes down low to Kramer, kick it out in the corner to Caitlin Hughes. 17 on the shot clock for Ottawa. Jessica King free throw line. Left side pass to Hendricks. Hendricks drives, kicks it to Offit. Backdoor pass goes through the hands of King, stolen away by Tiani White. White dribbles behind the back with some fancy dribbling, and she'll go right side for Hinkle. Hinkle to the free throw line. Dalos Reyes left on the left wing. She spins. Nice job by Kramer to help out. It'll go to Barnes in the left corner. Cross-court pass to White. 10 on the shot clock for the Lady Spires. She's just going to take the three as no one came out to defend her, and an offensive rebound by Barnes. Barnes back to White. Right wing pass to Barnes. Pass for the screen, and she'll get it. She'll take the jumper from just inside the three-point line. It's no good, and off it with the board for Ottawa. Both teams struggling here early on shooting the basketball, but Ottawa would like for it to be a low-scoring affair. Baseline pass to Hughes. Now she'll dribble back up to the right wing. Cross-court pass to Hendricks. Left wing pass to Kramer. She goes baseline right by her defender, and her shot is blocked from behind by Barnes as Kramer goes crashing to the floor. No call. This was really letting him play here early on. Tiani White, left wing. Drills between the legs. Three-pointer is on the way as Kiara Tate can't knock it down. Our score is still 7-4, 2:16 remaining. Three-pointer on the way for Offit from the right wing, so good. Hinkle will have it. Hinkle driving. No one picks her up for Ottawa. Goes the length of the floor and lays it in. Jessica King will pat her chest saying that is my fault as no one picks her up coming up the floor. St. Mary's back to their largest lead of the game at 9-4. 1:50 remaining in the first quarter. Hendricks, screen from King. picks up her dribble and has to go to Offit on the baseline. Looking to go all the way, and a block called as Offit falls to the floor. That foul is going to go on Kiara Tate. Her first foul, team's fourth. Offit will go to the line to shoot 2, where she is a 62% foul shooter. 10 of 16 this season. Offit, the freshman, averaging 2.4 points per game. She makes the first along with 1.2 rebounds. Avery Lumen will come into the game for the first time for Ottawa this evening, along with Madison McAvoy, the 5'4 freshman from Shawnee Mission, Kansas. Lumen, the 5'6 sophomore from Atchison, Kansas. Second free throw for Offit is good as well. And Offit getting some big minutes. Didn't turn the basketball over, picked up 2 points, and played good defense. Got to be happy if your head coach Bruce Tate with her play early on. Ottawa back to that 1-2-1-1 trap here, half court. Almost get it on the first pass, but somehow Dalis Reyes is able to hang on to it on that right wing. Goes back up top to Hinkle. Now down low to Tate. Back up top to Dalis Reyes. Looks like she might have traveled. So leave it for Tate down low. She can't finish from 5 feet, and a foul called on St. Mary. As that one's going to go on Tate. That'll be her second foul. It is the 15th foul, so Jessica King to the line to shoot 2 as Ottawa's in the bonus for the final 121. So King to the line to shoot 2. First one is good for the senior from Golden, Colorado. Kirite will check out as Sienna Brown will come back in. Second free throw is good for Jessica King. She will come out of the game as Offit will come in for her for, I would assume, the last 121. Ottawa's cut it to a 1-point deficit at 9-8. 1:15 remaining in the first quarter. McAvoy trying to get the steal, but St. Mary's breaks it with 2 passes. Brown down low. Nice defense by Lumen to just have her hands up and hold her down. Left wing pass to Tate. Pass is deflected. Hinkle, though, tracks it down for St. Mary. Dalis Reyes with the deep 3. It's still good. And Spear gets the board for Ottawa. Spear, right-sided pass, Hendricks, and tipped out of bounds by Dalis Reyes. Will remain with Ottawa. 48 seconds on the game clock, 22 seconds on the shot clock. They'll inbound it to Hendricks, working right wing. Thought about going to Spear on the left block, who had good position. Now they'll go to Offit. Right wing pass to Lumen. Lumen, right-hand dribble, lefty crosses over, looking to get to the lane. Does, and she's fouled. As that's going to go on Sienna Brown. And Lumen with a nice crossover move to catch Sienna Brown leaning. That is her second foul. Lumen, an 83% foul shooter, rattles out the first one, though. Barnes will come in for Brown. Second free throw's good for Lumen, and Ottawa's tied it at 9 with 33 seconds remaining in the quarter. Right wing pass to Dalis Reyes. Dangerous pass, all tipped around and stolen by Leslie Spear. Ottawa with a chance to take the lead before the end of the quarter. Shot clock's off, 20 seconds to play. Our score 9-9. Hendricks, right wing pass is going to go to McAvoy. They'll go down low to Spears. She boxed up down low on Barnes. Gets her offensive rebound in the putback with 5 seconds remaining in the first quarter. And that'll do it for the first quarter as Ottawa will take the lead into the second, 11-9. After they trailed 9-4, they get a 7-0 run to finish the quarter. We'll take a timeout. You've been listening to Ottawa University Lady Braves basketball on 1220. and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Everyone wants an Advantage, right? So when it comes to your electric needs, how do you get one? You hire Advantage Electric. Why? You get the advantage of credible and professional crews who can get the job done, whether it's large and industrial or small and residential. You get the advantage of their years of experience and working right here in your own community. And you get the advantage of knowing that Advantage Electric will be there for you should you have problems, questions, or even a new custom lighting idea. Get the advantage. Advantage Electric, 229 North Main. Call 418-1218.
And we're back here at Ryan Sports Center as Ottawa with an 11-9 lead at the end of our first quarter. As I mentioned, they were down 9-4 at one point in the first and went on a 7-0 run in the last 3 minutes to take that 11-9 lead. They forced 7 St. Mary turnovers. St. Mary, a team that averages just over 15 turnovers a game. So Ottawa off to a nice start. The Lady Braves only had 4 turnovers in that first quarter. And it will be their basketball to start the second. Same 5 for Ottawa, except Emily Rose will be in the game at point guard for Kelsey Hendricks. Rose, the 5'6" freshman from Shawnee Mission, Kansas, goes left wing for Caitlin Hughes. Hughes, left side pass to King, gets in the lane, kicks out in the corner to Rose. Rose getting inside. Back to King on the right block, up and under, moving, it's good, as she was able to fade away from the defender. And Jessica King now with 3 points. 3-pointer on the other end from Barnes is good. And Barnes, a 6-footer, with a big bucket for St. Mary, who had gone ice cold in those last 4 minutes of the first. 13-12 the score, 9:15 remaining in the half. Rose to King at the top of the key. Now Kramer, left wing pass to Hughes. On the block to Spear. And a foul called on St. Mary down low. And St. Mary is going to be without several of their post players here in the second quarter as Brown has 2 fouls, along with Kiera Tate, who also has 2. So coming in for St. Mary's now will be Carly Bohannon, the 6-foot forward from Lansing, Kansas, transfer from Fort Scott Community College. St. Mary going much deeper in their bench than they would like. Beautiful move by Kaylin Hughes on the baseline on the inbound. Went up and under with the right hand and dropped straight into the bucket, and Ottawa's lead back to 3 at 15-12. Henkel, right wing to Delos Reyes. Started by Hughes, gets the screen. Delos Reyes drives to the free throw line, hit kind of from behind by Hughes. No foul called by the officials, and Kramer has it for Ottawa. Kramer to Rose. Crossover dribble, right wing to Kramer. Screen from King, looking to go to the free throw line. Now to Rose on the right wing. Rose, pass inside, will go to King. Looking to spin on Barnes, and she's hit on the arm again. King going to get 2 more free throws. She's got 5 points on 1 of 4 shooting, 3 of 4 from the stripe. But Ottawa doing a wonderful job of clearing out St. Mary's and forcing their post players to go one-on-one with King. First free throw, no good as it hits the back of the rim. Ottawa now 7 of 11 from the free throw line. St. Mary's hasn't attempted 1. Second free throw for King is good. And Ottawa with their largest lead at 4. They lead 16-12. Ottawa putting a little pressure on, but St. Mary's beats it with 3 passes. And now they'll set up in the front court. Ottawa will drop into a 2-3 zone. Beautiful backdoor cut. As finishing down low will be Carly Bohannon. There's no one on the backside for Ottawa, and an easy layup that time. Rose driving. She'll hold on the right wing, looking to go baseline. Driving on Kiera Tate. Backdoor cut by Jessica King, gets in the lane, runner on the way, and a block called on St. Mary as Delos Reyes was already falling to the floor before King even connected with her. The officials read it all the way. King back to the line to shoot 2. First free throw is good for the senior. In for St. Mary will be Megan Brommel. the 5'11 senior from Lansing, Kansas, transfer from Manhattan Christian. Second free throw back rim, no good, and tracking it down will be Brommel for St. Mary. Ottawa leads 17-14, 7:48 remaining in our second quarter. Hinkle right wing pass, Dalis Reyes goes right by Caitlin Hughes, and she's going to have to foul her on the baseline. Going to say it's before the shot, though. In for Ottawa will be Katie Riffle, the 5'8 sophomore from Harrisonville, Missouri. Riffle's played in 9 games this season. Dalis Reyes driving on Hughes, runners no good, and Riffle rips down the board for Ottawa. Rose, guarded by Dalis Reyes, goes to the right wing. Trying to find a beautiful backdoor cut from Jenna Kramer. Wonderful bounce pass from Emily Rose, and Jenna Kramer finishes with the right hand. Ottawa up by 5, their largest lead. And on the other side, Hinkle able to get a screen from Tiara Tate. And Dalis Reyes finds Hinkle cutting to the basket, and she'll finish with the right hand. 19-16 Ottawa, 7 minutes to go in the first half. Riffle with the screen for Rose. She'll go with the pick and roll and loses the handle. Spear on the floor, and there's going to be a jump ball. She'll go in favor of St. Mary. Ottawa right now only 5 of 15 from the floor, but are 9 of 14 from the stripe and are out rebounding St. Mary 12-10. Of those 5 baskets, Ottawa has had 3 assists, though. They only average 8 a game. Right wing pass to Hinkle. Thought about the 3. Would have been a deep one. Now she's going to go baseline. Takes the jumper from the short corner. Doesn't go as Leslie Spear rips the rebound away. As she'll leave it for Kramer. And now Hendricks, who came in for Rose. Hendricks again trying to clear Kramer out on the right wing. Takes the jumper. Back rim no good. Riffle with the offensive board. Putback's too strong. Finally with the rebound for St. Mary's is Bohannon. Bohannon driving. Leaves it for Hinkle. Now to Tate. All the way to the lane, and they're going to say the foul's on the floor as White was attacking the rim. And that's going to be the second team foul on Ottawa here in the second quarter. And for the Lady Braves will be Offit as Kramer will take a seat. Score 19-16 Lady Braves, 6:06 remaining in the half. Bohannon to inbound, goes up top to Dalis Reyes. Takes the jumper from 12 and hits. Hinkle, the leading scorer for St. Mary's, Dalis Reyes with only 4, though, here early on. Kaylin Hughes, started by White, dribbling back and forth across the top of the key, and now it's stolen away by White. Now Spears stole it away. Hughes driving, kicks it out to Offit. Offit driving, trying to get in the lane. Does. Runner's too strong. Offensive board for Riffle, but it's ripped away by White for St. Mary. She's going to take it all the way the length of the floor. Takes the jumper from 6 feet. It's too strong, and Spears with the board for Ottawa as Hendricks will slow it down. Hendricks, right wing. Top of the key to Spear. Left wing pass off it. Goes down low to Riffle. Riffle shot blocked by White. And now they're going to call Riffle for a foul, as it looked like she got a clean steal. Riffle will check out of the game for Jessica King. McAvoy will come in now for Kaylin Hughes. Still 19-18 Ottawa. 4:58 in our first half remaining. Bohannon to Hinkle. Right wing pass to Dalis Reyes. Takes the 3 off the screen. It's too strong. And Leslie Spear with the board for Ottawa. Kelsey Hendricks. Right wing pass to Offit. Screened by Jessica King. Nice pass inside to King. King all the way around the semicircle and finishes with the right hand. Trying not to pick up another foul for St. Mary's that time was Bohannon. Ottawa's lead back out to 3, 21-18. Left wing pass goes to Tate. She drives on off it, but she cuts her off. Bohannon to Hinkle, wide open for 3 straight on, and she hits. Tied at 21. And we're going to have a timeout called by Ottawa. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. You've been listening to Ottawa University Lady Braves basketball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Chad Bruner, Director of the Ottawa Recreation Commission.
The Ottawa Recreation Commission would like to thank all of our volunteers for their service in helping with the ORC. These individuals play an important role in everything we do here. From all the ORC staff and board members, thank you.
The City of Ottawa proudly supports the student athletes at Ottawa University and wishes the Braves basketball teams the best of luck this season. Find information about city events, bill paying, or current employment opportunities by visiting online at ottawaks.gov.
Welcome back as Ottawa and St. Mary's tied at 21. 4:07 remaining in the second. Head coach Bruce Tate for Ottawa with a smart decision as the official was starting the 5 count. And saves Ottawa a turnover. Again, St. Mary's putting some pressure on Ottawa. They're trying to bring it up the floor. McAvoy to Hendricks. Guarded by Tate. Hendricks looking to the right wing. Still holding. Cross-court pass stolen away by Hinkle, and she's all alone. Goes to the right side and lays it home with the right hand. Hinkle now with 12 points for St. Mary. That'll be turnover number 8 on Ottawa. Hendricks, screen from King. Looking to drive, kicks it in the corner to Offit. Up top to Leslie Spear. Thought about the 3, then goes to McAvoy on the left wing. Ball kicked out of bounds by Bayless Reyes. Ottawa will have 14 on the shot clock. Jennifer Anthony into the game for Ottawa as Hendricks will take a seat. McAvoy to inbound. Goes to Anthony. They did reset the shot clock back to 20 there for Ottawa. Anthony spinning, goes down low to Spear. Wonderful position. Gets pushed under the basket. No call by the officials. As they are really letting him play. Bayless Reyes will leave it for Bohannon, and she banks it off the glass. St. Mary's knocked down their last 4 shots. They've got a 4-point lead, 25-21. And a steal on the other end by Bayless Reyes. She'll lay it home with the left hand. A rough first half for Jennifer Anthony as that's her 4th turnover. And then she turns it over. Now they're going to say Hinkle stepped out of bounds. Well, it's going to remain with Ottawa as St. Mary's back up to their largest lead of the game at 27-21. Lumen back into the game for McAvoy as Anthony will take a seat. Emily Rose into the game for Anthony. Rose to inbound. Again, Ottawa really struggling to get it in. Inbounds goes to Lumen. Lumen loses the handle. It's on the floor. Lumen's pass is going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Bayless Reyes, but Ottawa just cannot get out of their own end of the floor. So Kaylin Hughes into the game now for Offit. Ottawa needs a few more ball handlers on the floor right now. St. Mary's has outscored Ottawa 16-10 here in the second quarter. Inbounds goes to Rose. Now to Spear on the left wing. Spear back to Rose. In the corner, it'll go to Jessica King. Rommel will back about 6 feet off of King, really giving her whatever jumper she wants. Worried about her going right by her. Dangerous pass is stolen away by Tate. 3-on-2 for St. Mary. Tate's going to keep it herself. Looking to go the length of the floor. And now she'll reset as her pass goes to Rommel. Now to Bayless Reyes. 20 on the shot clock for the Lady Spires. Bayless Reyes, right wing. Gets a screen from Rommel. Right wing pass will go to Tate. Tate looking to go by Hughes. Will leave it for Rommel. Her shot is good. And somehow Spear got a hand on it, and it still went in. 8-point lead for St. Mary. Hughes, right wing. Looking to go by Tate. Kicks it in the corner to Lumen. Lumen going baseline. Her jumper's no good, but she's hit on the arm, and she's going to get 2 shots. Avery Lumen will shoot 2. Lumen tonight 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Leading scorer right now for Ottawa is Jessica King with 9. First free throw is good for Lumen. Lumen, the lefty from Atchison, Kansas. Second free throw, back rim, no good, and Dalis Reyes again rips down the board. Dalis Reyes, right wing, now to Tate in the right corner. It's a screen from Rommel. Again, another screen, a good defense by Lumen to cut it off. Rommel attacks, kicks to Tate, he'll shoot the 3, and it's good. St. Mary's largest lead of the game at 10, 32-22. 1:25 remaining in the first half. Lumen will hold it on the left wing. Screen from Spear. Rose looking to drive inside. Her shot blocked. St. Mary's goes the other way. Hinkle will hold it herself, and a foul called on Ottawa. Foul's going to go on Emily Rose. Her first foul, team's 4th. Both teams with 4 team fouls. 1:08 remaining. Now in for St. Mary's will be Tiani White. Taking a seat will be Dalis Reyes. Dalis Reyes has 6 points. Tate, left wing pass to Rommel. Leaves it for Hinkle in the left corner. Screen from Rommel. Hinkle will have it at the free throw line. Back to Rommel on the left wing. Gets all the way to the lane, and back rim no good, and a foul called on St. Mary. That Spear was going up for the defensive board, and she was grabbed on the arm. So Ottawa in this bonus. St. Mary's has outscored Ottawa 23-11 in the second. Spear goes to the line, where this will be her first attempt of the evening, but she has 2 points and 8 rebounds. Free throw is good for Spear, the senior from Dighton, Kansas. Second free throw on the way for Spear is good. Big points for Ottawa, who had a rough go over the last 5 minutes. Rommel crosses the timeline. She's double teamed. Cross-court pass to Hinkle goes out of bounds, and a turnover back to the Lady Braves. King to inbound. Cross-court pass to Spear. Now back to King. She's looking to drive on her defender. Gets in the lane and finishes with the right hand. She knew that Barnes didn't want to pick up her 3rd foul. Smart move by King to attack. 32-26 St. Mary's. Right wing pass to Hinkle. Screen from Rommel. She'll use it. Now she'll go to Rommel on the right wing. Almost travels. She'll hold it with 13 on the shot clock. Pass to Tiani White. White will hold. 8 on the shot clock. Gets in the lane. Runner with the left hand. Good. 5 seconds to play in the quarter. Hughes pushing. Goes in the corner to Lumen. She'll shoot the 3. It's off the back rim. And that'll do it for the first half as Ottawa trails by 8, 34-26. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. You've been listening to Ottawa University Lady Braves basketball on 1220. 103.7 FM, KOFO.
Kramer Pharmacy, downtown Ottawa, hopes you're enjoying this KOFO sports broadcast and wishes all the area teams good luck this season. Call Kramer Pharmacy today and ask about their convenient MedSync program that allows you to have all your prescriptions filled at the same time each month. Call 242-2055.
You can just about hear that cold Kansas winter wind blowing, and you're going to want to make sure your heater is working this winter. The best way to do that is call the pros at Adamson Brothers at 785-242-9273. Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, maintaining your comfort for over 30 years.
I came here to run cross country, and it ended up being way different than I thought it was going to be. It's unlike anything I've ever been a part of to be on the team. Everyone is so completely different. There are people you never thought you'd be friends with, nothing like your outside friends, but somehow you all click to be the same and have the same interests, but yet completely different. Everyone's always there for you. It's not just about running. Friendships and families like they're your siblings when you're away from home. That's what it means to be a part of the Braves cross country and track that team, to be a family.
Be a Brave. Visit ottawa.edu. Ransom Memorial Health is proud to announce that the new emergency department at Ransom Memorial Hospital is open, ready, and waiting for you should you or your family have a sudden need for immediate and remarkable care. Close to home, close to your heart. Visit ransom.org.
Hale Family Dentistry is now serving the dental needs of Garnett with a new office open Tuesdays and Thursdays on 59 Highway in front of the hospital. Trust your smile to the very best. Dr. Richard Hale at 785-242-1800 or richardthale.dds.com.
Anyone can call themselves a construction company, slap a sign on the side of their truck, and drive around town looking for work. Is that who you want to hire? No. You're smarter than that. Wise Guys Construction at 108 North Main in Ottawa has been in business for 13 years, building new residential homes, adding additions and finishing basements, solving commercial structure needs for businesses, and repairing damage left behind from fire or water. When it comes to who you hire for residential and commercial construction needs, be wise. Call Wise Guys Construction at 785-229-5651.
Welcome back to the Ryan Sports Center on the campus of the University of St. Mary's. Your Lady Braves trail 34-28. At the end of the first half, Ottawa got off to a nice start. They led 11-9 at the end of the first quarter, and really St. Mary's was struggling all over the court. They had 7 turnovers in that first quarter, but in the second, St. Mary's shooting stroke came back and were able to take advantage as they lead at half 34-26, trying to get some scores for you from around the KCAC. Is the only other game that was going on earlier was the Oklahoma Wesleyan York game. Oklahoma Wesleyan won that one 71-48. That had a noon start. The other game that was supposed to start at 2 was Sterling and Southwestern. Still no score there. But as we get those scores coming in this afternoon, we will pass those along. Don't forget about the men's contest that will take place at 4 o'clock between your Ottawa University Braves and the St. Mary's Spires. That one will start at 4 p.m. on KOFO.com. We will have it live for you here from Leavenworth. As we will take a quick 1-minute timeout. When we come back, we will have the stats for you from the first half. You've been listening to Ottawa University Lady Braves basketball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KLFO.
Everyone wants an Advantage, right? So when it comes to your electric needs, how do you get one? You hire Advantage Electric. Why? You get the advantage of credible and professional crews who can get the job done, whether it's large and industrial or small and residential. You get the advantage of their years of experience and working right here in your own community. And you get the advantage of knowing that Advantage Electric will be there for you should you have problems, questions, or even a new custom lighting idea. Get the advantage. Advantage Electric, 229 North Main. Call 418-1218.
What it means to be an OU Brave is to be yourself. What I've learned here is I've created memories with friends, and I was actually really comfortable being in my own skin here. Everybody has their own personality, and we're all unique here, just trying to live significant lives. And I think I'm going to leave here with an imprint that will last forever and that I can hold on to and look back at and laugh at and see that I not only learned something, but I created friendships and memories that will always stick with me. That's what it means to be brave, to be yourself.
Be a Brave. Visit ottawa.edu.
And we're back here on the Advantage Electric halftime show. When it comes to your electric needs, don't be shocked at the outcome if you try and do it yourself. Whether it's problems with the fuse box, you need a ceiling fan installed, or if you need a licensed contractor for larger products like a new home or office, get the Advantage Electric, 229 North Main in Ottawa. Call 418-1218. We'll start with St. Mary's, who's had to go very deep into their bench, something that they don't do very often, as they have had 12 players who have entered the game for them. They usually play about an 8-man rotation. But leading scorer so far is Ashley Hinkle. The senior is 5 of 7 from the floor, 2 of 3 from behind the arc, has 1 rebound, 1 assist to go along with those 12 points. Behind her, it's Candy De Los Reyes, 3 of 7 from the floor, 0 of 2 from behind the arc, does have 2 rebounds and 1 assist. She finished with 6 points. Carly Bohannon came off the bench to have 4 points and 2 rebounds. Sienna Brown finished with 2 points on 1 of 2 shooting. Morgan Brommel, 2 points on 1 of 2 shooting. Kelsey Switzer played but did not score. Janae Barnes finished with 3 points on 1 of 1 shooting from behind the arc and 1 of 2 from the floor. For the Lady Braves, leading scorer in that first half, Jessica King, who finished with 11 points on 3 of 6 shooting, but was 5 of 8 from the free throw line. She had 1 rebound and 1 assist. Leslie Spear finished with 4 points and 9 rebounds, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 1 of 3 from the field. Caitlin Hughes finished with 4 points on 2 of 4 shooting. Avery Lumen was finished with 2 points on 2 of 4 shooting from the free throw line, 0 of 1 from the floor. Jaden Offit finished with 2 points She was 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 0 of 2 from the floor. Jenna Kramer finishes with 3 points on 1 of 2 shooting and 1 of 2 from the free throw line. She also had 2 rebounds and 2 fouls. Looking at bench scoring, St. Mary's finished with 14, Ottawa with only 4. Really the surprising stat is points in the paint, where Ottawa seems to control that area almost every single night when they step on the floor, and St. Mary's has outscored them 20-14. A lot of those have been steals off turnovers that have turned into easy 2-on-1 or 1-on-0 opportunities for St. Mary's. We saw Dalis Reyes and Hinkle do that twice in the first half. Lady Braves had 4 second-chance points. St. Mary's had 0, and then Ottawa with 7 points off turnover. St. Mary's with 8. Ottawa shoots 29% in the first half on 7 of 24 shooting, 0 of 2 from behind the arc, and we're 12 of 18 from the free throw line at 66%. I'm sure head coach Bruce Tate will be very happy with that. Would like for a few of those to go in, but getting to the stripe has been an area that Ottawa has struggled this season. They just have to knock down a few more in the second. Ottawa did have 3 assists, 5 steals, and 7 turnovers, along with 5 team fouls, so no one really in foul trouble for the Lady Braves at this point. For St. Mary's, they shoot 51% from the field, 15 of 29 overall, 44% from the three-point line on 4 of 9 shooting. They didn't take a single free throw in the first half. They had 16 rebounds, 2 offensive, 14 defensive. Ottawa finishes with 18 rebounds, 6 offensive, and 12 defensive. St. Mary's has 9 assists, 5 steals, 8 turnovers, and 3 blocks. They do have 11 team fouls, so they do have some players in foul trouble. But Ottawa, who seemed to be in control early in that second quarter, had a barrage of turnovers that turned into easy St. Mary's buckets, which would then turn into confidence on the offensive end, and that's how St. Mary's got their 10-point lead and then finished at an 8-point lead as they lead 34-26. We're going to take a timeout. You've been listening to the Advantage Electric Halftime Show at Ottawa University Lady Braves basketball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Everyone wants an Advantage, right? So when it comes to your electric needs, how do you get one? You hire Advantage Electric. Why? You get the advantage of credible and professional crews who can get the job done, whether it's large and industrial or small and residential. You get the advantage of their years of experience and working right here in your own community. And you get the advantage of knowing that Advantage Electric will be there for you should you have problems, questions, or even a new custom lighting idea. Get the advantage. Advantage Electric, 229 North Main. Call 418-1218.
Kramer Pharmacy, downtown Ottawa, hopes you're enjoying this KOFO sports broadcast and wishes all the area teams good luck this season. Call Kramer Pharmacy today and ask about their convenient MedSync program that allows you to have all your prescriptions filled at the same time each month. Call 242-2055.
If you have been in an accident, tell your insurance company you want your repairs done at CarStar Ottawa. We can arrange for your tow, your car rental, and deal with your insurance company all with one phone call. No need for multiple estimates and worry. Call 242-8916. Relax. We'll take it from here.
Safe, secure, strong. We're rock solid. Kansas State Bank. A better way to bank with community people you know. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Since 1944, families of Franklin County have called Dingle & Son Mortuary and Crematory in their time of need. Why? Because of the peace of mind received knowing that Dingle & Son will take charge and exceed expectations. Visit dinglemortuary.com.
Having a strong foundation and teamwork makes for a successful season. Working with a team at Dials Construction for your foundation and concrete needs makes for a successful and happy home. Turning your dreams into reality. Dial Dials Construction at 785-418-8211.
Ransom Memorial Health is proud to announce that the new emergency department at Ransom Memorial Hospital is open, ready, and waiting for you should you or your family have a sudden need for immediate and remarkable care. Close to home, close to your heart. Visit ransom.org.
And we're back here on the Advantage Electric Halftime Show. When it comes to your electric needs, don't be shocked at the outcome. If you try and do it yourself, whether it's problems with a fuse box, you need a ceiling fan installed, or if you need a licensed contractor for larger products like a new home or office, get the Advantage. Advantage Electric, 229 North Main in Ottawa. Call 418-1218. As we look at the Lady Braves in that first half, looking to improve here in the second and prevent some of those easy buckets, as they did have a few turnovers that cost them in that second quarter. I want to remind you that we will have the men's contest that will take place at 4 o'clock between two teams in the KCAC that seem to be improving. Ottawa, who was able to finally end their 4-game losing streak, on Wednesday night as they got the victory in a huge style, 79-46 over Kansas Wesleyan, avenging that loss early in November, where they lost by 18 points, and they turn around and win by 34 to get the victory over Kansas Wesleyan on Wednesday night. St. Mary's, who beat Ottawa earlier this season, 98-95, has also turned the corner for them. They're 8-5 in the KCAC. Ottawa at 7-6. You know, St. Mary's can score at will, but if Ottawa can play defense the way they did on Wednesday, they're going to be a tough club to beat the rest of the way. So remember to check that game out at 4 o'clock on KOFO.com. I'll remember to let you know, again, a couple more times before this one ends, but listen to that one at KOFO.com, as that will be a good one here at 4 p.m. if you can't join us here in Leavenworth, Kansas. We're going to take another timeout and wrap up the Advantage Electric halftime show. You've been listening to Ottawa University Lady Braves basketball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
I came here to run cross country, and it ended up being way different than I thought it was going to be. It's unlike anything I've ever been a part of to be on the team. Everyone is so completely different. There are people you never thought you'd be friends with, nothing like your outside friends, but somehow you all click to be the same and have the same interests, but yet completely different. Everyone's always there for you. It's not just about running. Friendships and families, like they're your siblings when you're away from home. That's what it means to be a part of the Braves cross country and track team. To be a family.
Be a Brave. Visit ottawa.edu.
The City of Ottawa proudly supports the student athletes at Ottawa University and wishes the Braves basketball teams the best of luck this season. Find information about city events, bill paying, or current employment opportunities by visiting online at ottawaks.gov.
Quality Structures Incorporated in Richmond is proud to sponsor this KOFO sports broadcast. They know that experience matters on the field and when it comes to your building needs. Visit qualitystructures.com and put their years of experience in constructing post-frame buildings to work for you.
Eric Price and his staff at the Lamb Roberts Funeral Homes are proud to sponsor this KOFO sports broadcast and honored to help so many families in the community with compassionate care when it's needed most. Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, Ottawa, Baldwin City, and Overbrook.
With the perfect Vera Bradley purse, anything is possible. Now you can discover a variety of fabrications, streetwise silhouettes, beautiful jewelry, luggage, and accessories at Sutton's Jewelry. You'll find newly released designer and functional bags with fashionable and seasonal designs. Get excited about the new line of KU and K-State patterns. Vera Bradley is a leader in the latest trending handbags, luggage, and jewelry with styles that are sure to make a fashion statement. Sutton's Jewelry and Vera Bradley. Find them at 207 South Main, downtown Ottawa.
Having a strong foundation and teamwork makes for a successful season. Working with a team at Dials Construction for your foundation and concrete needs makes for a successful and happy home. Turning your dreams into reality. Dial Dials Construction at 785-418-8211.
And we're back here as we're about a minute away from the start of our second half. Looks to be the same starters for both squads. We'll see if there's any changes. I would expect Ottawa would go with the same starting five of Jenna Kramer, Kelsey Hendricks, Kaylin Hughes, Leslie Spear, and Jessica King. St. Mary's could be a different story, though. Those haven't been announced quite yet. I would expect to see Ashley Hinkle out there as St. Mary's will check in their starters, and it will be the original starting lineup of Kiera Tate, Tiani White, Ashley Hinkle, Candy De Los Reyes, and Sienna Brown. So Ottawa looks to pick up where they left off in that first quarter, and really through the midway point of the second quarter, and the Lady Braves had their biggest lead of the game when they were up by 5 points. But since that midway point of the second quarter, it was all St. Mary, and the shots that weren't going in for them early on started to fall, which is why they currently have a 34-26 lead. As it will be Ottawa basketball here to start the third quarter. It'll be going left to right on your radio dial here in the third. The Lady Braves looking for their fourth victory in the KCAC, potentially their sixth win of the season. Inbounds will go to Kelsey Hendricks. She dribbles right side. She'll go to King on the left elbow, who attacks all the way to the rim. Her shot's too strong. Ball's batted around and into the hands of Candy De Los Reyes. They'll go to Hinkle on the right wing. We'll stand on that NAI logo just in front of the St. Mary's bench. Now she'll dribble back to the St. Mary's logo near midcourt. Hinkle throwing baseline on Kelsey Hendricks. Her pass tipped and stolen away by Hendricks. She'll leave it for Jenna Kramer. Kramer, who had a career-high 20 points against St. Mary's back in November, has been held to just 3 points here tonight. King down low, spinning on her defender, hit on the arm. Finally, the whistle goes as the official on the baseline didn't make the call, but the official on this near side, who was about as far away from the play as possible, made the foul call. So King back to the line to shoot two. That's going to be the first team foul on St. Mary's here in the third. King had 11 points in the first half and was 5 of 8 from the free throw line, makes her first. And that will bring Tiani White out of the game, so coming in will be Janae Barnes. Free throw on the way is good. So King able to knock down both free throws. Their score now 34-28, St. Mary. Pass is stolen by Jessica King. 1-on-2 for her, looking to go the length of the floor, and she's fouled by Hinkle before she can take the shot. So second team foul on St. Mary. I apologize, that's actually going to be Kelsey Switzer who came into the game for St. Mary. Inbounds pass goes to Hughes, goes right by her. Defender, runner in the lane, no good. And stolen away by King. Dallas Reyes didn't see her on the backside. King looking all the way to the rim, and she finishes with the right hand. Jessica King with all 4 points for Ottawa here in the third quarter. They only trail by 4, 34-30. 8:43 remaining in our third quarter. Driving baseline now for St. Mary's is White. Jumper in the lane is good. As Tiani White now gets her first bucket of the evening. Hughes drives baseline, guarded by Hinkle. Taking the jumper and gets it to go off the glass. Hughes able to go past Hinkle, but Hinkle on the other end. Her shot is no good, but she's fouled as two Ottawa defenders ran into each other as Hendricks couldn't get out on Hinkle, which caused Spears to create the contact. Ashley Hinkle, the 5'7" senior from St. Joseph, Missouri. Free throw up and good for her. Sienna Brown will take a seat, and now Barnes will come into the game. Free throw on the way for Hinkle is good. A lead back up to 6 for St. Mary, and here's the pressure again with the full court press. And they're just going to go back to King, who looks to dribble the length of the floor again. And now she'll reset as she'll dribble to the left wing. Pass goes up top to Caitlin Hughes. Now to Kramer. Kramer thought about the backdoor pass. Decides to hang on to it on the right wing. Up top, it'll go to King, and they're going to call Kramer for a travel. Not sure what the official saw there, as both feet were firmly planted. Wasn't even trying to make a move or put the ball on the floor. But either way, it's turnover number 8 on Ottawa. St. Mary's has 11. Hinkle to Barnes at the right elbow. She'll take the jumper. Rattled out. It was a good-looking shot. As Caitlin Hughes and Darius Reyes both crash to the floor. And somehow that's a foul on Caitlin Hughes as she was pulled to the ground. Same official that called the traveling on Ottawa on the other end. That is even more of a suspect call. Inbound goes to Hinkle, who almost ends up in the backcourt. Dallas Reyes on the inbound, shoots the three. It's no good. Coming the other way for Ottawa's Kramer. Kramer to Hughes, dribbles to the left wing. Now she'll pick up her dribble, throws it to Hendricks. Hendricks dribbles to the right wing, asking for a screen, and she's going to get it from Kramer. Pass goes to King at the top of the key. King looking to drive. Has to kick it out to Hendricks on the left wing. Cross-court pass to Hughes. Hughes going baseline on Dallas Reyes. She's cut off. Now Spear at the free throw line. 2 on the shot clock. Hendricks for 3. It's no good. And Barnes with the rebound, but stealing it away is Leslie Spear, who finishes off the glass. That is turnover number 12 on St. Mary. Steal number 9 for Ottawa. Lady Braves average 6 steals a game, so way above the season average. Delos Reyes going the length of the floor. She's fouled on the arm first, as that is going to go again on Kayla Hughes. Rose will check in, along with Lumen, as Hendricks and Caitlin Hughes will take a seat. Hinkle to inbound, goes to Delos Reyes, top of the key, backdoor pass to Barnes. Forced to kick it out for the jumper, is unable to knock it down that time with Bohannon. Kramer now for Ottawa, they trail by 4, 38-34. 6:25 remaining in the third quarter. They're going to double team King down low. Gets past one defender, now goes by Bohannon and finishes as it creeps over the top of the rim and into the bucket. Jessica King has 17. Gianni White on the right wing, screen from Bohannon, takes the jumper and misses everything, but misses it so poorly that it ends up in the hands of Barnes. Barnes driving, her runner, it's no good, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Delos Reyes, and Lumen landed awkwardly on that right leg as her foot kind of folded up on her, but she seems to be okay. So off it now in the game for Ottawa. As Jessica King's going to get a quick break. You have to think that's going to be a short one. But the senior from Golden, Colorado, having a big night against St. Mary. 38-36, St. Mary leads, 5:49 remaining in the third. Lumen right wing, goes to Offit in the right corner. Got a spear on the block. Cross-court pass to Rose, left open for 3, and she hits! As she goes crashing into the Ottawa bench. And you can hear head coach Bruce Tate talking to the official. Rose ended up... And now the official's going to blow the whistle and stop play. Not sure if they gave a warning on the Ottawa bench for celebrating, but I thought it might have gone on Bruce Tate for arguing, which I don't blame him, as Rose was pushed to the Ottawa bench as she took that 3. Barnes with the runner. It's no good. Ball batted around, and off it has it for Ottawa. That's 3 straight possessions St. Mary's has taken a shot without making a single pass. It's worked out well for Ottawa as they have a lead at 39-38. Lumen left wing. Screen from Kramer. Back to Kramer. Her pass is tipped, but still hangs on to it. Back to Lumen. She'll shoot the 3. Oh, just hits front rim. That looked good, leaving her hand, and White has it. White driving. Goes between the legs. Kicks it out to Hinkle. You can't leave her open for 3, and she hits. She's got 17 now. As St. Mary's regains the lead at 41-39. Lumen trying to drive. Kicks it out to Offit in the left corner. Offit driving. And a foul called on the floor on St. Mary's. That's going to be the 4th team foul. Foul's going to go on Janae Barnes. Her 3rd foul. So she has to come out of the game. She'll bring Bohannon back in. King into the game now for Leslie Spears. And now a warning called on St. Mary's. Inbound pass to Jessica King, who was left wide open down low, and she'll hit from 3 feet. Beautiful job by Ottawa on that inbound. Head coach Bruce Tate drew up the right play, and we're tied at 41. 4:28 to go in the third. Tiani White will have it on the left wing, just below us. Screen from Barnes. Cross-court pass to Hinkle. 3-pointer again from Hinkle. Front rim, no good, and Kramer soars for the board. Kramer to Rose on the left wing, now to King. King going right by her defender and lays it home. And a timeout called by St. Mary's. As Ottawa now has a 41-39 or 43-41 lead, we'll take a 30-second timeout. You've been listening to Ottawa University Lady Braves basketball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Messengers Home Furnishings in South Ottawa has a huge selection of sofas, love seats, recliners, tables, and chairs. Choose from hundreds, even thousands of fabrics and wood finishes, too. Visit Messengers Home Furnishings in Ottawa, or for more information, go to messengershomefurnishings.com.
Smart Ottawa shoppers know Costantino's Price Chopper has the best rewards program in town. Only Price Chopper lets you earn points on all your purchases. Visit mypriceshopper.com and start saving on food or fuel today. Shop Costantino's, your local family-owned grocer since 19 1948.
Here is Ottawa leads by 2 at 43-41. Jessica King's season high this year is 28 against Tabor. That happened on January 6th. She's got 21 currently, so we will keep track of that. But she has taken over for Ottawa here in the second half, along with that Ottawa defense that has forced St. Mary's into some tough shots here in the third quarter, and St. Mary's kind of doing it to themselves as they are just not working the shot clock at all. Ball's on the floor, but Barnes pulls it away for St. Mary. Gianni White on the right wing, looking to drive, takes the jumper from just inside the three-point line. Lumen has it for Ottawa. Lumen dribbles to the right wing, cross-court pass to Emily Rose. Rose to Kramer on the left wing. Gets a screen, looking to drive, kicks it in the corner to Offit. She goes baseline past Hinkle. Her runner, it's too strong, but King rips away the board. Her shot's no good, but gets her own offensive rebound. She'll kick it up top to Rose, who has to save it from going into the backcourt as she gets it to Lumen. Ottawa needs a shot quickly. Jessica King's jumper's no good. Ball's on the floor again, and somehow Lumen rips it away from St. Mary. And now Rose will set up with 22 on the shot clock. What a crazy possession. And now a foul called on St. Mary's, and that's going to be the fifth of the quarter. That was Ottawa's fourth attempt on that possession to get a bucket. And that is the fifth team foul. So to the line will go Emily Rose for 2 shots. Emily Rose, a player that has come along this season, gotten some big minutes the last 3 contests for Ottawa. Rose's first free throw is good. Rose is 3 of 3 on the season. Second free throw is good. And Ottawa now up 45-41, 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. Pass goes to De Los Reyes. Now back to Hinkle. Back to De Los Reyes on the right side. She'll dribble, guarded by Rose. Now cross-court pass to Hinkle. Ottawa in a 2-3 zone. Hinkle gets past the first defender, kicks it in the corner to De Los Reyes. And a whistle, as that foul's going to go on Lumen. St. Mary's, who had shot over 50% in the first half, is down to 43%. They're now 17 of 39. Ottawa has increased to 36%. They're 14 of 38. Lady Braves have been to the free throw line 20 times. St. Mary's has only been there twice. Tate trying to get it inbound. It gets to De Los Reyes, and she's stripped by Madison McAvoy. McAvoy going to take it herself. Will hold it. Will reset it. She'll go to Emily Rose. Rose left open. Thought about driving on Hinkle. Now she'll reset with 20 on the shot clock. Hinkle to Kramer on the left elbow. Kramer jab steps, kicks it in the corner to Lumen. She'll shoot the 3. It's way off as it misses everything, just too strong, and Barnes will have it. She's going to keep it herself as Barnes as she pushes off. No call there by the officials. She'll get it to Tate. Now to De Los Reyes. She'll drive to the lane. Her shot's partially blocked by Jessica King, and McAvoy has it. McAvoy, left wing pass to Jenna Kramer. Kramer looking to get in the lane. Kicks it out to Rose. She'll shoot the 3. And it just rattles out as it was halfway down and pops out. Hinkle going the other way. 3 on 2. Left side pass. Jumper's no good, but fouled on the way up is De Los Reyes. End-to-end stuff here in Leavenworth. Ottawa leads by 4, 45-41. This is only the third and fourth free throw attempts of the game for St. Mary's. De Los Reyes is 3 of 8, 0 of 3 from behind the arc, and 0 of 0 from the stripe. First free throw for De Los Reyes is good. De Los Reyes, the senior guard from San Jose, California, the leading scorer on this team. He averages over 17 a game. Kramer will come out of the game as Hendricks will come in. Spear will also come into the game. Second free throw is good as it's now 45-43. Ottawa needs some help getting it inbound. It finally do as it goes to Hendricks. 1:48 to go in the third quarter. King looking to dribble through defenders, and she's hit on the back as she split 4 defenders for St. Mary. That foul is going to go on Kelsey Switzer, her third foul, which is going to get A sub into the game here quickly for St. Mary. Head coach Bruce Erickson, who's in his 5th season. Free throw is back rim for King. She can sometimes get a little flat on the free throw. Bends her knees and just kind of releases the ball a little too early. And kind of gets a flat free throw. They wanted to hold that a little bit longer as the second one rattles in for the senior, and Ottawa's lead back out to 3, 46-43. Tate, her pass almost stolen, but Delos Reyes rips it from Lumen. Now back to Hinkle. Hinkle's right wing pass to Delos Reyes. Ottawa drops into a 2-3 zone. Passes tip, still makes it to Hinkle, top of the key. Delos Reyes right wing, trying to go baseline. She'll hold, thought about the 3, goes to Hinkle. Now to Delos Reyes in the corner, goes baseline. Her pass to Tate, no good as it's partially blocked by King. And Lumen has the ball for Ottawa. Hendricks will have it. 1:10 remaining in the third quarter. Ottawa leads by 3 at 46-43. Hendricks, top of the key to Spear. Spear, right wing pass to Lumen. Lumen to McAvoy, left open for 3, looking to drive, does, and a charge called on McAvoy. Taking the charge for St. Mary was Kiera Tate. McAvoy sometimes puts her head down, doesn't see the defenders down low, and that time it cost the freshman. We turned over number 9 on the Lady Braves. So walking up the court will be Ashley Hinkle. They'll go to Tate, now back to Hinkle. Trying to spread out 2 guards here to break up this zone by Ottawa. Lady Braves more of in a box-and-one on Delos Reyes. Tries to hit as that ball bounces off the back of the glass. Leslie Spear gets the rebound for Ottawa. Hendricks will have it. 4-second differential between shot clock and game clock with 23 seconds to go. 18 on the shot clock. Hendricks will hold it. Her pass to McAvoy. Now to King at the free throw line. Left open. Goes right by her defender. Right-handed jumper from 3 feet is good. 7 seconds to go for St. Mary. White trying to drive. Going by McAvoy. Gets in the lane. Runner is no good, and that'll do it for the third quarter. Ottawa will take a 5-point lead into the fourth. We'll take a timeout. You've been listening to Ottawa University Lady Braves basketball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
What it means to be an OU Brave is to be yourself. What I've learned here is I've created memories with friends, and I was actually really comfortable being in my own skin here. Everybody has their own personality, and we're all unique here, just trying to live significant lives. And I think I'm going to leave here with an imprint that will last forever and that I can hold on to and look back at and laugh at and see that I not only learned something, but I created friendships and memories that will always stick with me. That's what it means to be brave, to be yourself.
Be a Brave. Visit ottawa.edu.
When quality matters, choose the best. Choose Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling. Call today and make sure your heating and cooling system is ready for the season at 785-242-9273. Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, maintaining your comfort for over 30 years.
Eric Price and his staff at the Lamb Roberts Funeral Homes are proud to sponsor this KOFO sports broadcast and honored to help so many families in the community with compassionate care when it's needed most. Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, Ottawa, Baldwin City, and Overbrook.
Welcome back as Ottawa outscored St. Mary 22-9 in the third quarter. Of those 22 points, 18 came in the paint. For Jessica King has taken over. She now has 24 points. Her career high is 28. So creeping up on that career high and season high that she had against Tabor just a couple weeks ago. St. Mary's has the basketball, and just like that, Ashley Hinkle knocks down another three-pointer. Hinkle now has 20. She's the leading scorer for St. Mary. Now Hendricks will go dribble baseline. She'll kick it out to Kramer, who shoots a deep three. It's way off. And an offensive board for Sienna, or a defensive board for Sienna Brown. And Hendricks is going to be called for the reach-in right after that rebound. St. Mary's has now hit 6 3-pointers tonight. They are 6 of 13. Ottawa is 1 of 6. Right wing pass to Delos Reyes, guarded by Hughes. Ottawa drops back into a man-to-man. They'll go to Tate down low, tries to finish, but King again keeping her position, forces a short shot that hits the bottom of the rim, but an offensive board for Sienna Brown. Left wing pass to Tate, dribbling baseline. White shot partially blocked by Kramer, who picks up the board. Left wing pass to Hughes, who's going to drive baseline. Finds Spear, who shoots the jumper from the free throw line. It's off, ball batted around, still batted around. Finally in the hands of Dalis Reyes for St. Mary. She's trying to take to the length of the court by Jessica King, and a foul called on King. And they're going to say it was on the shot. Jessica King had Dalis Reyes stood up and around the free throw line. And somehow that was on the shot, so Dalis Reyes back to the free throw line. She'll shoot two. This first one rattles out. She was 2 of 2 up to that point. Also an 85% foul shooter this season. Second free throw is good for Dalis Reyes. And the lead is cut to 2 at 48-46. Kramer, right wing, in the corner, Caitlin Hughes. Left wide open, but a kicked ball there by St. Mary. So it'll stay with the Lady Braves. But the pace of this game, definitely more of the style of what Ottawa likes to play. Trying to keep a hot shooting St. Mary's team in the low 40s. And Hendricks was looking for Caitlin Hughes. It goes through her hands, and they're going to say it was last touched by Ottawa. So a turnover by the Lady Braves as Hughes went crashing onto the baseline. Officials having none of it. St. Mary's with an opportunity to tie or take the lead with a three. Left side, it'll be Tate. Now up top, it'll go to Hinkle. Hinkle to Tiani White. Reyes on the right wing. She'll hold. The screen from Brown gets the free throw line. Good job by Hughes to help out. Hinkle gets the screen now from White. And a technical called on St. Mary. And that's going to go on head coach Bruce Erickson. Question is, who will shoot it for Ottawa? You would think it'd be Jenna Kramer who would shoot those off the players on the floor. Kramer or Leslie Spear. Kramer shoots 73%, Spear at 77%. And Erickson's still pleading his case here. The officials definitely gave him a technical. So Leslie Spear will be the one to shoot the free throws for Ottawa. And what he's complaining about is Ottawa on those, well, St. Mary's is the one that is rolling with those screens. Not sure what he can complain about. And Spear's first free throw is good. My question is, does the shot clock reset for St. Mary, or will it be at 4 seconds? Second free throw is also in for Spear. It should be Ottawa basketball. Or will it stay with St. Mary? If it does, it's still 4 seconds on the shot clock. Spear now with 8 points. Also has... So they are going to give the officials still talking about... And they will take it back to 4. So St. Mary, I'm not sure if they've realized that the shot clock is down to 4 seconds. We'll see if they do. Inbounds goes to Dalis Reyes. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Stolen away by Jessica King. King will hang on to it now. She'll go to Hendricks. Ottawa with a 4-point lead, 50-46. Right wing pass. Caitlin Hughes kicks it out to Kramer. She's open for 3. There she is. Ottawa's biggest lead of the game at 7, 53-46. The Lady Braves have come back from a halftime deficit to take a 7-point lead. Dalis Reyes right wing gets a screen from White. Jumper from her, no good, and King again clears the board. Hendricks will slow it up as the Lady Braves lead by 7. 7:24 remaining in our fourth quarter. Left wing pass to Kaylin Hughes. Pass goes down low to Kramer. Backdoor cut by King, and she'll lay it home. No, they're going to say a 3-second violation before the made bucket. Off it into the game for Jessica King. I'm sure this break will be about a minute at most. As Ottawa trying to claw their way up the standings. A win tonight would help cut into that St. Mary's lead that they have. They have a 3-game lead for that 8th place spot. Could be cut to 2 with a win tonight. Left wing pass, that'll go to Barnes. Dribbles in the short corner. Now to Tiani White. Back to Davis Reyes. Now back to White. Brown will take the jumper from the elbow. It's no good. Kramer again with the rebound. Right wing pass goes to Offit. Ottawa just needs to work the clock and find a good shot. Pass goes to Kramer. Pass down low, and it's kicked first by Dalis Reyes. Ottawa will have possession, as there will be 15 seconds on the shot clock. Again, the officials having another conversation. Now they're going to talk to the individual running the shot clock. Not sure what they told him there, but it didn't change. So shot clock still at 15 seconds. Rose will come into the game for Hendricks as she'll inbound under the basket. Goes to Spear in the right corner. Now to Hughes, who loses the handle. In the corner, it goes to Rose. Up top, it'll go to Kramer. Kramer asks for a screen from Spear. She'll get it. Kicks it out to Rose. Ottawa needs to get a shot up quickly. Rose does. It doesn't hit the rim, though, and a shot clock violation. Rose tried to step through the screen and ended up not hitting the rim, so Ottawa turns it over. That is turnover number 11 on the Lady Braves. St. Mary's has 12. Hinkle, guarded by Rose, goes right side to Dalis Reyes. Left wing, that goes to Switzer. Back to Dalis Reyes, who didn't see it coming, but still corrals it in. Left wing pass to White. Now to Switzer, who takes the jumper from the free throw line. It's no good. Tipped around, and somehow Offit corrals it. There were 2 St. Mary's players there to get the rebound, but they knocked it off each other. And Offit grabs the board for Ottawa. Rose. She's looking right side, guarded by Hinkle. Kramer looking to go baseline on Switzer, and a charge again called on Ottawa. As coming over late was Kiera Tate. That is such a tough call. That's the 3rd team foul on Ottawa. St. Mary's doesn't have a single team foul here in the 4th. St. Mary's is going to take a 30-second timeout. You've been listening to Ottawa University Lady Braves basketball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KLFO.
This is Ryan Disborough, your State Farm insurance agent in Garnett, providing insurance and financial services, including retirement options, bank loans, life insurance, and annuities. Call and schedule your financial services consultation today at 785-448-1660.
Great Life Golf and Fitness is proud to be a sponsor of this Ottawa University Braves basketball broadcast and a supporter of OU Athletics. For Great Life membership options to the golf course and fitness center, just visit greatlifegolf.com/Ottawa. Go Braves!
And we're back. Ottawa leads by 7, 53-46, with 5:41 remaining. Lady Braves tonight shot 35% from the field so far, but have played great defense on St. Mary's, who is now down to 39% for the game after shooting 50% in the first half, which is why they had an 8-point lead at the break. Officials now going back to the scorer's table. Again, not sure what they're discussing here, as we are up in the rafters here at Ryan Sports Center. So if you're here in the building tonight, feel free to look at the running track. We're up above here at Ryan Sports Center. St. Mary's will finally inbound it. Clock running with 5:37 to go. Hinkle. Lob pass to Brown down low. She finishes with a nice backdoor cut as Kramer loses her shoe, which might be why Brown was left wide open. Now Jessica King will come back into the game for Leslie Spear. St. Mary's going to put some pressure on. This is how they were able to get an 8-point lead in the first half, was forcing turnovers, and just like that, ball's on the floor. Candy Dalis-Reyes will step on the out-of-bounds line, so that it will remain with Ottawa. Hendricks will come into the game as Rose will take his seat. Immense pressure put on by St. Mary's in the backcourt. Little surprised they didn't stick with this more because of the trouble it has given Ottawa. Inbound will go to King. Now she'll leave it for Caitlin Hughes, and a foul called on Dalis-Reyes. And no, they're going to call a 10-second violation on Ottawa. So no one for Ottawa asked the officials how much time was remaining. As they're saying Dalis-Reyes never had control of the ball, so very difficult call there on Ottawa. Switzer will have it left wing. She'll go to Kiera Tate in the left corner. Pass goes down low to Hinkle, and it's ripped away by Caitlin Hughes. Hughes looking to attack. Goes in the short corner. Goes down low to Jessica King. Spins on Sienna Brown. Tries to bank it off the glass. It's no good as she finally misses here in the second half. Hinkle will have it for St. Mary's. 4:46 to go. Ottawa leads 53-48. Dalis-Reyes, right wing. Asks for a screen from Tate. Tate left wide open down low. Can't finish, but a whistle. As Tate was able to get inside on Jenna Kramer. That is Jenna Kramer's fourth. 2 fouls here for Tate. Tate is 0 for 4 from the field. Hasn't been to the stripe yet. First free throw falls for Tate. St. Mary's tonight is 5 of 7 from the free throw line. Tate this season a 67% foul shooter. Second free throw on the way, gets the bounce and falls in. St. Mary's on a quick 4-0 run. Get the lead down to 3 at 53-50. Inbounds will come from Leslie Spear. She'll go cross court to Kelsey Hendricks. Hendricks right wing pass to Jessica King. King will dribble to the foul line. Will get there. Kicks it out to Kramer on the left wing. 15 on the shot clock here for Ottawa. Spear back up top to Hendricks. Hendricks guarded by Hinkle. Screen coming from King. Hendricks driving. Kicks it out to Hughes, but it's stolen away by Dalis-Reyes. One-on-one with Spear. Dalis-Reyes looking to go all the way in. Her shot is swatted away by Leslie Spear. Great defense by the forward to stop Dalis-Reyes, the guard, from getting fouled or really getting an easy shot. Kramer will check out with those 4 fouls. Lumen will come into the game. Inbound goes to Dalis-Reyes at the right block. Jumper fading away. It's off. Spear takes it off the glass. Those one-and-done possessions are music to the ears of head coach Bruce Tate, as they have really been a problem for St. Mary tonight. Dalis-Reyes has just been forcing it too much. King looking to go baseline, spins in the lane, shot's no good, and she's fouled. So King will go back to the line to shoot 2. And you can hear the assistants for St. Mary getting after their players, telling their team, you've got to double team Jessica King down low every single time. And that time the help didn't come, which is why King was able to get in the lane. She hits the first free throw. Gets it to 54-50. And back rim, no good, but an offensive board for Caitlin Hughes. Hughes looks right side for Kelsey Hendricks, and Ottawa gets a chance for another possession, and more importantly, to waste more clock. Hughes trying to go to the lane, tries to take the contact, it's no good, and Barnes has the board. Barnes, nice dribble to go behind the back there. And a dumb foul by Ottawa, as Hughes with the reach in on Hinkle, 40 feet from the basket. And that puts St. Mary into the bonus the rest of the way. Hinkle, 86% foul shooter. First free throw for Hinkle falls. Tonight she's got 21 points on 7-11 and shooting 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Leading scorer for Ottawa is Jessica King with 25. Second on the way for Hinkle is good. Bohannon back into the game for Brown. Brown trying not to pick up any more fouls. She's got 4. Inbound will go into Jenna Kramer finally. She'll hold it. Cross-court pass to Kelsey Hendricks. 54-52 Ottawa, 3:15 to play. Hendricks looking right side. She'll go to Kramer on the right wing. Kramer to Jessica King. Looking to get in the lane. Kicks it out to Hendricks in the left corner. Hendricks picks up her dribble. Goes to King down low. King backing in on White. She's hit on the arm again. No foul called. And instead they're going to call an over the back on Ottawa on Leslie Spear. And a timeout will be called by Ottawa. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. You've been listening to Ottawa University Lady Braves basketball on 1220. 103.7 FM KOFO.
I came here to run cross country and it ended up being way different than I thought it was going to be. It's unlike anything I've ever been a part of to be on the team. Everyone is so completely different. There are people you never thought you'd be friends with, nothing like your outside friends, but somehow you all click to be the same and have the same interests, but yet completely different. Everyone's always there for you. It's not just about running. Friendships and families, like they're your siblings when you're away from home. That's what it means to be a part of the Braves cross country and track team, to be a family.
Be a Brave. Visit ottawa.edu.
Welcome back as Ottawa leads 54-52. Want to remind you that as soon as this one is over, we will take you to the Ottawa High Topeka Hayden game for third place in the Bobcat Invitational. We'll have that for you. Gary Bateman will have that call for you as soon as this one's over. The men's contest between Ottawa and St. Mary's will take place on KOFO.com. I will have that call for you. So feel free to listen to some Cyclone basketball or switch over to some Ottawa University men's basketball at 4 p.m. First free throw hits the back rim and falls for Bohannon. St. Mary, who was down 53-47, has a chance to tie it up at 54 with a made free throw. Second one's no good, though. Jessica King with the rebound. Lady Braves still hang on to that 1-point lead. Hendricks looks right wing for Caitlin Hughes. Hughes will hold it. Now will dribble to the top of the key. Screen from Spear. Dribbles to the short corner. Now dribbles back out to Kramer. Finally goes down low to Spear. Double team and an offensive foul called on Leslie Spear. That is the third offensive foul called on Ottawa in the last 2 minutes. As taking that contact was Tiani White, and boy did she sell it. Not sure if the officials trying to make up for the mistakes they made in the third quarter, but getting some home cooking are the Spiders here in the fourth. Hinkle leaves it for White. Back up top to Delos Reyes. White to Hinkle in the corner. Hendricks will pick her up. Now Delos Reyes driving, getting to the free throw line. Jumper rattles out, and Kramer with the board for Ottawa. She'll get it to Hendricks. 2:07 to play. Lady Braves still lead 54-53. Hendricks driving, and Hinkle all over her. No whistle, though. Kramer in the short corner, goes baseline. Up and under, lots of contact. Finally a whistle, as that one goes on Barnes. So Kramer to the line to shoot 2. It's only the third team foul on St. Mary here in the fourth quarter. Ottawa extends that lead with the made free throw by Kramer. Jenna Kramer tonight has 7 points. Barnes will come out of the game. She has 4 fouls, and Brown will replace her, who also has 4 fouls. St. Mary's will be in the bonus the rest of the way. Ottawa still has to get 2 more fouls here to earn that second free throw. Just rattles out. Hinkle with the board. Hinkle will hold. They're going to hand off to Delos Reyes. Guarded by Hughes. Delos Reyes going one-on-one with Caitlin Hughes. Looking to drive by her, does. And a foul on the floor on Caitlin Hughes. So either way, De Los Reyes gets an opportunity to tie the game up. That's the 15th foul on Caitlin Hughes, her fifth foul of the game on her, so she's going to check out of this game. De Los Reyes' first free throw falls. Second free throw on the way is good, and we're tied at 55 with 1:36 to go. Getting pressure put on by St. Mary in the backcourt. Ottawa able to break it, though. Jessica King going to bring the ball up the court. She'll leave it for Kelsey Hendricks. Hendricks, left side pass goes to Lumen. Lumen to King. King will just hold it. She'll get to the elbow, shoot the jumper, and she hits! Jessica King. She's got 27 in a timeout called by St. Mary. A 30-second timeout. We'll take it with them. You can listen to Ottawa University Lady Braves basketball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
It's a new year, and the savings just got better. Visit Bob Allen Ford for the biggest selection. New 2018 Ford F-150 Super Cruise, up to $10,000 off MSRP after the Ford rebates. The 2018 F-150 is sporting its most advanced powertrain lineup ever, so it's no surprise that its best-in-class torque and capability features come right along with it. Shop online from an inventory of over 600 vehicles and experience the Bob Allen Ford difference with stores in Overland Park and now Ottawa, Kansas. Visit BobAllenFord.com and BobAllenFordOttawa.com. All Fords are created equal. It's your dealer that makes the difference.
Back is Ottawa leads 57-55. Senior Jessica King now with 27 points on 9 of 17 shooting, 9 of 14 from the free throw line. She also has 6 rebounds. Leslie Spear with 8 points and 12 rebounds for Ottawa, as she is the next closest scorer. See if St. Mary's can respond on this possession. Ottawa leads by 2. They're going to fall into a 2-3 zone. Hinkle trying to go to De Los Reyes, and now they're going to reset. 15 on the shot clock. 1 minute to play. They'll throw the lob down low to Barnes. She's fouled in the basket. Again, it was that backdoor cut that caught Ottawa off guard a couple times tonight. As they set a screen on King, or whoever the post player is on the block at that time, but Barnes has an opportunity to give St. Mary the lead here in the fourth quarter. The lefty's free throw is good. And a timeout now called by Ottawa. It's going to be a full timeout. We'll take it with them. You can listen to Ottawa University Lady Braves basketball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
To protect your family and plan for your financial future, get to know your Modern Woodman agent.
Hello, I'm Dale Pearson, your Modern Woodman agent in Ottawa, Kansas. Call me today at 242-6566.
Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures.
Since 1944, families of Franklin County have called Dingle & Son Mortuary and Crematory in their time of need. Why? Because of the peace of mind received knowing that Dingle & Son will take charge and exceed expectations. Visit dinglemortuary.com.
This is Ryan Disborough, your State Farm insurance agent in Garnett, providing insurance and financial services, including retirement options, bank loans, life insurance, and annuities. Call and schedule your financial services consultation today at 785-448-1660.
Radio moves. Radio breathes. Radio never sleeps. And Next Radio keeps up. It goes where you go, so you never miss a beat.
It's live, it's local. Download the free Next Radio app today.
And we're back as Ottawa trails 58-57 after the three-point play by St. Mary's. As, again, they ran that backdoor cut with Janae Barnes, and she fought through the contact late at home and then knocked down the free throw. As Ottawa trails by 1 with 58.9, but they do have the basketball. Basically in the exact same spot they were on Wednesday, and I feel like we've said this 5 or 6 times this season. Had an opportunity to take the lead in the last minute. It just hasn't gone their way. Might be about time for them to get one to fall. Hendricks to inbound for Ottawa. They got to finally get it into Spear at the top of the key. She'll leave it for Hendricks. Left wing pass goes to McAvoy. Screen there by King. They'll kick it out to Spear. Spear looking down low, but can't get it to King. Kramer will hold. Driving baseline, goes right by her defender. Loses the handle. Ball's knocked around. Leslie Spear has it for Ottawa. They're going to get another chance. McAvoy will drive. Her shot's blocked as she goes crashing to the floor. No foul calls, and now Ottawa will foul with 32 seconds to go. And Sienna Brown had to go across the body of McAvoy, as McAvoy just went crashing to the floor. And you don't want to say poor things about the officials, but since they gave that technical to head coach Bruce Erickson, this game has been completely turned on its head. Free throw is good for Hinkle. As Ottawa is still not in the bonus here with 32.9 seconds to go. Every other quarter they have been in the bonus with 5 minutes or more to go in the quarter. Second free throw is missed, and Ottawa's going to call a full timeout. You've been listening to Ottawa University Lady Braves basketball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
What it means to be an OU Brave is to be yourself. What I've learned here is I've created memories with friends, and I was actually really comfortable being in my own skin here. Everybody has their own personality, and we're all unique here, just trying to live significant lives. And I think I'm going to leave here with an imprint that will last forever and that I can hold on to and look back at and laugh at and see that I not only learned something, but I created friendships and memories that will always stick with me. That's what it means to be brave, to be yourself.
Be a Brave. Visit ottawa.edu.
Fast savings, fast service, and we will beat your best price on tires, guaranteed. That's the Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center at Bob Allen Ford. Save big now on brakes with complete Motorcraft brake service as low as $149.99. New pads and rotor machining and a lifetime brake pad guarantee. Don't settle for inferior products. Get the peace of mind with Quick Lane and Motorcraft factory parts at Bob Allen Ford. Don't wait. Get your brakes replaced now with a lifetime guarantee at the Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center at Bob Allen Ford in Overland Park and now Ottawa, Kansas.
And we're back here as Ottawa trails by 2, 59-57 with 32 seconds to play. It will be Lady Braves basketball. Ottawa tonight has shot 34% from the field. St. Mary's has shot 36%. And Ottawa will inbound on their side of the floor to the right of us. Hendricks to inbound. 2-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Hendricks, her inbound pass will go to Lumen. Lumen driving to the right wing, will just hold it. They'll go to Kramer on the right block. Show's going to take the three. Back rim, no good. Ball batted around. Spear loses the handle, and it'll go to Taylor's Reyes, of course. .20 seconds to play, and Taylor's Reyes can give St. Mary a 4-point lead if she hits both. Again, Kramer did get a good look, though, in that right corner. Probably the player you'd want to shoot that shot if you're Ottawa. But that is Ottawa now 2 of 10 from behind the arc. Second free throw, good. And another timeout called by Ottawa. We'll just go ahead and keep it here. I want to remind you that the men's contest between Ottawa and St. Mary's that will begin around 4 p.m., maybe a little bit later, as this one has kind of gone on a little bit longer. That one will be on KOFO.com. The game that will be taking place between Ottawa and Topeka Hayden, we'll switch over to that one. That's the third place game in the Bobcat Invitational. As we will switch over to that one as soon as this is over. So for those of you wanting to listen to some men's Ottawa University men's basketball, switch to the computer and go to KOFO.com, and we will have that one for you after the conclusion of this one. As Ottawa trails by 4, 61-57. It will be Lady Braves basketball here. Hendricks will inbound. Still haven't got it in. Finally go to Kramer at the top of the key. Clock running. Kramer driving. Still driving on her defender. Her shot's no good. Offensive rebound and the putback's no good. King with the putback again. She misses. Rebound by Spear. She finally hits with 8.3 seconds. And a timeout called by St. Mary now. As Ottawa cuts the lead to 61-59. Sienna Brown will be coming into the game now for St. Mary. As she is a much better free throw shooter than Tiana White. But Ottawa, who has been on the short end of some games this season in some close matchups, is looking to potentially try and get a steal on this inbound or foul anyone except for Dalis Reyes. Or really, I got to think Ashley Hinkle as well, who shoots over 86% from the foul line. So Ottawa has to avoid, as Hinkle is actually going to inbound the basketball. St. Mary's going to line up all of their players in the backcourt here. We'll see how they break off as they'll stand in a line near midcourt. They're going to look for Dalis Reyes, I'm sure. Inbound pass, as that one will go to Switzer, and she's going to be fouled. So Jenna Kramer's going to foul out of this game, so Madison McAvoy will come in. Switzer will get 2 shots. She's a 73% foul shooter. This is one of the best foul shooting teams in the country. As a team, they shoot 75%. This is a team that was picked to finish second in the KCAC when the season started and just hasn't gone the way they wanted. It looks like they might win a close one here. First free throw is good for Kelsey Switzer. Just a reminder, at the conclusion of this one, we will send you right to Gary Bateman for some Ottawa High basketball. Second free throw falls with 7.6 seconds to go. Inbound to Lumen at midcourt. She's looking to drive. And a quick foul called as St. Mary only has 3 fouls, so that'll be the 4th. So a smart foul there by the Lady Spires. Ottawa will inbound with 5.5 seconds to go. McAvoy to inbound. It'll go to Spear. Ottawa needs a 3 or a bucket, something. Spear will finish with 2.2 seconds to go. And another timeout called by St. Mary. So again, we will hold it here. But St. Mary, a team that was picked second in the media poll and third in the KCAC poll, is barely hanging on to that 8th spot. You look at this team, and individually they are impressive. Candy Dalis Reyes. You look at players like Ashley Hinkle. They've got posts down low that are offensively very, very good. Sienna Brown and Kiera Tate. This is a team you do not want to see in the KCAC tournament, and Ottawa has played them stride for stride. Both matchups this season, Ottawa fell in the first matchup this year. Is that one, the final was 68-63, so very close to that total yet again, as it's 63-61. As Ottawa, unfortunately, looks like they might end up on the short end yet again, and that'll push Ottawa's record to 3-11 if they do fall. And that, with 8 games to go in the conference, puts them in a very difficult position, because St. Mary's now, who is sitting at 6-7, will go to 7-7, and will then have a 4-game lead on that 9th place spot, which Ottawa could fall to 10th if Bethel wins today. St. Mary to inbound, it'll be Hinkle. Hinkle's inbound pass goes to Dalis Reyes, where McAvoy will foul her right away. Somehow, with 2.2 seconds, the ball was inbounded from not even 0.1 or 0.2. It drops down to 1.4. So somehow 0.8 of a second ran off between when that inbound came in and Dalis Reyes was fouled. First free throw for Dalis Reyes is good. Make here, and that'll ice it. Second free throw is good as she gets the bounce. Coming in for St. Mary will be Kiera Tate for Sienna Brown. King to inbound. It'll go to Spear, and it's stolen away by Tate, and that'll do it. Ottawa falls 65-61 to the University of St. Mary. Jessica King going to end up as the leading scorer as she'll finish with 27. We're going to go ahead and wrap this one up as we're going to send it to Gary Bateman as he is at the Bobcat Invitational for some Ottawa High basketball. You've been listening to Ottawa University Lady Braves basketball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
A lot of real estate agents just want to move houses. They don't care who buys what, as long as they get it done in the shortest amount of time. But at Reese & Nichols Town and Country Realty, the goal is to make sure you're happy. If you're buying or if you're selling, they're going to work hard to get you the best deal possible. 16 agents with decades of experience. That's who you want. Reese & Nichols Town and Country. Online at reesenichols.com/Ottawa or call 785-242-3182. The absolute best. Reese & Nichols Town and Country Realty.
Dingle & Son Mortuary's kind and caring staff is with you and your family every step of the way.
I do have a staff that is extremely talented, but on top of that talent is their desire to please the families that we serve and to take care of all the little things that really make a big difference. There isn't anyone on our staff that isn't totally committed. The caring level and the talent especially is why we're so successful.
When it's time, call 242-2323. Dingle & Son Mortuary, Ottawa.
The Brendan Iron Bar and Grill in Princeton, Kansas. Famous for country cuisine, hand-breaded chicken fried steaks, thick and juicy pork tenderloin sandwiches, and locally raised flame-grilled ribeyes. The Brendan Iron, Highway 59 in Princeton, Kansas.
This is Edward Jones financial advisor Ryan Henningsen, inviting you to invest your time with me every other Wednesday morning at 8:35 during the Brad Howard Early Morning Show for another financial focus on KOFO.
In your car, lock us in at 103.7 FM KOFO.
Seems anymore everything is part of a chain. Department stores, restaurants, even medical clinics and hardware stores. There's one shining exception, however. Kansas State Bank. For 100 years, Kansas State Bank has been local people serving local people. Hometown people you know. If you really want your hard-earned money paying for a private jet for a billionaire CEO in New England, that's your business. If you think keeping your money right here in eastern Kansas is smarter, then you need to check out Kansas State Bank. MyKansasStateBank.com. Member FDIC.
My apologies, we're wrapping this one up real quick for you. Final score, St. Mary's wins 65-61. Jessica King led all scorers with 29 points for Ottawa. Finishes with 29 points, 7 rebounds. Leslie Spear gets another double-double, 10 points and 16 rebounds. Caitlin Hughes finishes with 6 points. Emily Rose with 5. Jenna Kramer with 7. Jaden Offit with 2. Avery Lumen with 2 for Ottawa. Lady Braves shoot 34% from the field. Do go 21 of 30 from the free throw line as we are actually going to be we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. You've been listening to Ottawa University Lady Braves basketball as we're going to talk with head coach Bruce Tate on KOFO.com here in just a little bit. You've been listening to Ottawa University Lady Braves basketball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
We hope you enjoyed this broadcast of Ottawa University Braves basketball on KOFO. Brought to you by Adams & Brothers, CarStar, Wise Guys Construction, Modern Women agent Dale Pearson, and by Dr. Hale Family Dentistry, Dingle & Son Mortuary, Dials Construction. Also by State Farm agent Ryan Dispro, Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, Sutton's Jewelry, Advantage Electric. This OU Braves basketball broadcast is also being brought to you by Ransom Memorial Hospital, the Ottawa Recreation Commission, Kramer Pharmacy, Cosentino's Price Chopper, Messenger's Home Furnishings, Kansas State Bank, Ottawa University, and Bob Allen Ford. For more information about our next OU Braves sports broadcast, log on to the KOFO sports page at KOFO.com and listen to the KOFO sports calendar on 103.7 FM and 1220. This has been an exclusive presentation from your sports source for East Central Kansas, KOFO.